So this video is to show you how I started my vending machine business maybe 5, 6 years ago. Um, Actually, I kind of looked into it before, I jumped into it. Someone came to me saying, hey, we don't have vending machines at my office. Would you mind putting one in here? And me being business minded and being an entrepreneur, I just saw, honestly, free money. I was like, cool. Give me a day or two to do some research, and then we can proceed forward, move forward. So, yeah, my motor started running. With everything, it always have to answer these particular questions: who, what, when, where, why. If I have to have all those mapped out, and if all of them, line up to my criteria, then it's a go for me. So first thing I started doing was pricing out vending machines. So of course I saw a bunch of ads for used ones. I kind of looked up some videos. So yeah, you can make massive amount of money with vending machines, and a lot of the videos they were showing these old machines from the 90s, the 2000s, old technology. Yeah, you can get them dirt cheap for like $5, $6, $7,000, but in the end, you're gonna have a ton of problems. They're gonna have so many mechanical problems. They're not gonna be as reliable as something that's new and up to date with a ton of newer technology. So, getting started, regardless of what warranty comes with them, it's gonna be a headache. You're going to spend a lot more money in the long run if you cheap in the beginning. That's with anything. So again, I started to price out vending machines in certain areas. I didn't want to do nothing super extravagant, but so the one that I purchased, it was $5,500, which seems a little pricey, but it came with a credit card reader. It came with a warranty. It, like I said, was brand new, shipped directly to the facility. It had high capacity, it had room for drinks, cold drinks, and snacks. So it was a dual machine, which was good. Like I said, it had a credit card reader. With the newest technology, with that, I'm able to take Apple Pay, pay with Google. You can do contactless payments. You can also do payments through an app that I have through my machine. So I have multiple ways of getting paid from that machine. And then with the application I have with the credit card reader, it shows me a report, and it can tell me the breakdown of who's doing what, who's spending what, things of that nature. So once I found out the machine costs, all right, cool. Now I got to work backwards. So I'm kind of reverse engineering it. So I did some research. Like I said, I have a 9 to 5, which is awesome. You should have multiple streams of income. You shouldn't just have all your eggs in one basket and being an entrepreneur. I'll never tell you to quit your 9 to 5 and start something else, but you should if you're able to. But have multiple streams of income. So like I said, I reverse engineer it. I knew the cost of the machine. Now I got to price out what things cost in certain machines. So what I know is a lot of people do a high markup, which I don't blame them. They want the highest profits they can get. But so my mentality is I want to price it cheaper than anyone else, have the best products that I can buy, and price it cheaper than anybody else in the market. So I want my stuff to sell faster. I want a volume. So that with that volume comes with the profit. Again, so what I saw was like a bag of chips, people would sell for like $2, $2.50, which is, if you're in a rush, you're hungry, people want to do it. But what you have to understand is a lot of those items, all those items have expiration dates. So you have to sell your item before it expires. So it's a time limit. So you want a clock. As soon as you make that purchase, you want a clock. So it's a depreciating item if you look at it in that sense. So that worked out perfect for me because if I sell it lower, I can move more of it, and I don't really have to worry about the expiring. So also, what's going to be the biggest sellers? Sodas. What's going to be the biggest sellers of soda? What brand? Coke. Coke, Diet Coke. And then depending on the season, ginger ale. When it's like flu season and cold season, ginger ale. So again, those will be my money makers. So I will make my profit off those, which I do. Those are really, if nothing else sells in my machine, if I sell those, which I do, it covers everything else. So like I said, I saw people were pricing out sodas like $2 for a canned soda. If it's a plastic bottle, 20 ounce, they may do it for higher than that. So all right, cool. Now I scoped out the competition. I scoped out what they were pricing things at, and so I know my price point. So my price point, I made it everything under $1.75. Everything in my machines under $1.75. Well, except energy drinks. Energy drinks I have at $2.25, which again I'm making profit. I'm not making as much profit as everyone else, but again my goal was to move volume. If I move volume, I'm going to make money regardless. So again, I know the price point of my product now. I know the price point of my machine. Now, I went to the facility on 2 times. One time during the week to see the type of volume they have, and on the weekend to judge the type of volume they have. So that gave me a clue of how many products that I might sell during the week and on the weekends. So again, I have 2 points. I have what might sell during the week, what my volume is during the week, and then I know the price of the machine. Those things are all constant. I know the price of my product. Now I have to figure out which products people want. So I said, okay, I started as a, hey, let me introduce myself. This is what I'm doing. I'm bringing in a vending machine pretty soon, within the next few weeks. Let me know what you guys want, and I'll be more than happy to put it in the machine. So now I got a test group. So again, I looked at the competition, saw what they put in there, and from the list that the customers gave me, it kind of matched up. It was some one-offs, which I don't mind doing as long as it sells. I don't mind. So now I have the products that people wanted. I had the products that would sell. I had the price point. I had almost everything in place. So when I say here's why I want to put one thing in. When you're pricing a product, it's easier to lower the price than to raise the price. Because once someone sees a price, they're more prone to be, oh, it's lower now, great. Or then if they go to the same thing, say, oh man, why is it higher? It was just this price the other day. So price, I would say, if you're going to price something, price it a little higher and then see how it moves. And if it doesn't move, you can lower it. Instead of coming in super low, you say, all right, I'm moving so much of it, I need to raise the price to kind of slow it down and gain more profits. It's going to be a little bit more difficult. They're going to be less receptive to a higher price than to a lower price. So I have all those things in place. Then it's time for the delivery of the machine. No, back up. Once you have your machine, find out the capacity of it. Okay, so how many sodas does it hold? Then at the price point that you have, you have all the math for what your machine can make. So if it holds, I don't know, let's even numbers, holds 100 sodas, right? You put 100 sodas in there for $1. I'm just using simple numbers. And say the sodas cost you, I don't know, 50 cents. I'm just using made up numbers. These are not the real numbers. So, because some machines hold way more capacity of sodas, and you might charge way more, but just for math. So, machine holds 100 sodas. You put the sodas in for $1. You buy you selling them for $1. So, your profit is your revenue for the sodas is $100, right? But it costs you 50 cents per can, which it doesn't because that's really high. But just like I said, evens out. So your profits on sodas is $50, right? Even numbers. But so now you have that. Now what about chips and candies? Do the same thing. How many? What's the capacity of your machine? What's your price point? And um, what's your purchase point? Now with this, I will say this: you make money on the buy, on your buy. That's where all money is made. I don't care what industry you're in. You make money when you buy the product. You want to buy the product as at the lowest price possible. You don't make money on the sale. That's not where the money is made. You make money on your buy, because you really can't control the price of what you sell it at, because it is what it is. Once you know where you sell it at, now if I say, all right, cool, how can I lower that price to get a bigger spread? And plus, I'm trying to undercut the market, so I want to move things faster. So again, I am more focused on my price point when I purchase the item than reselling it, because I already have my selling point. So like I said, if chips cost, I'm gonna use sodas because sodas is a great example. I move a lot of those. So if I can sell the soda for, I don't know, like $1, right? $1. That's my cap. I know that $1 is cheaper than any other machines or any other industry out there or any of my competitors, which means I got a leg up. Now, how do I make that money back on my buy? How can I purchase the sodas as cheap as possible? Now I want to buy volumes of it. Since I know I'm gonna move volumes of it, now I'm shopping. I wanted my per unit, I want it to be as low as possible. So if I can get it at 20 to 25 cents per can, and my selling point is $1, and if I say, like I said, if I can get it for 25% a can, because I'm buying volumes of it, a lot of it at one time. So my my profit is 75 cents per can that I move. And say you move 100 per week. Just say, that's not an unrealistic number for me for one machine. And I have multiple machines. So 75 cents times hundreds. You do the math. That's just one product. That's just one item, right? So that's why I say you make money on your purchase of the purchase of the item, instead of you selling it, because that's already, it's already set. And plus, I'm trying to undercut my competition, so my machines are more attractive than anything else, right? So I have all that in place. So now I'm ready to hit the floor. I'm ready to hit the market. Machines on the floor. So now I'm just judging, seeing what sells, seeing what doesn't sell, because that's going to happen. You're going to put things in there people want, doesn't move. They happen all the time. That happened with me with Gatorades. People were so fanatic about Gatorades and set for the longest time. Cool, I'll eat it. You're going to eat a lot of things until you find out the right mix of what will sell and what don't sell. And once that happens, just keep on top of things. Keep your contact number in place if anything happens. Now, I'm really up on customer service. I think that's what sets me apart from anybody else, because I'm reachable. So when you call, if it's an issue, I'm literally there within a few minutes. Well, I answer the phone. First, I answer the phone. Through phone call or text, I answer, no matter what. And then I always try to rectify the problem, because I always try to make the customer happy. Because, again, I looked at them as a customer. An unhappy customer, I base everything off reputation. So I'm up on customer service, which is a big winner. That's what people look for. And so once everything is in place, you find out a good mix of what sells and what don't sell. Now, you want to keep things like clockwork. Put it on a schedule. At first, you want to check every week to make sure your machine stays full. Stay on top of reports. Make sure do regular maintenance with the machine. Clean it. You want everything to look presentable. Again, any issues, take care of as quickly as possible. People need a refund, fine. Me, I give the refund plus the product. So that makes them feel happy. It's like, oh, he's really attentive and cares about my well-being, because I know how hard it is for people out here when it comes to their dollars. I'm the same way. So if I can do anything to service you as fast as I can, amazing. That's great. So once you got everything in place, you got it on schedule. Now it's a system. You know what sells. You have your profit in place. You know what your product will cost you. Keep up the regular maintenance. Keep your phone on. Stay on top of any issues. Now here we come. Now you have that one thing in place. Now it's an ATM. I look at my vending machines as ATM. That's how I look at it. They have that in place. So once everything's good, you're on top of things. You're providing good customer service. Now you start making money. Now, what happened with me is I had the same company from a different branch ask me, hey, I heard you doing machines there. Are you willing to do a machine here? Because we need one here too. Boom. Now, word of mouth. Same thing you did for the first one. Do it again. You already have your numbers in place. Now, again, go see what the traffic looks like, because it may not be a good fit. I actually had to tell people, like, nah, it's not worth it for me, because first off, my time costs. That's what people don't factor in, because my time is money. If you look at your time like that, then you won't waste a lot of time accepting some things that you shouldn't accept. It's not a lot. It will, based on the traffic, will the traffic of that facility hold up to what I'm putting into the machine? And I can see it's like on your busiest day, you don't have a lot of traffic. That means I'm not gonna make a lot of money, which means things are gonna sit in the machines longer, which means I'm gonna be wasting money. So it's gonna be costing me money to be in here. So I had a little guy tell people saying, it's not a good fit. Now, but I can refer you to somebody else, but for me, it wouldn't be a good fit based on the traffic. So, but you want to word it in the most positive way as you can. Again, once you see that and it fits the criteria, boom, then you got a second machine. Then you got a second machine in place. Again, you want to stay on top of it, see what people want, keep the machines full, keep the rotation in place. Now you got a system in place. Like, again, check on it every week. Some machines might need every 2 weeks, that's okay. Busy machines might need every week. So again, stay on top of it, stay on customer service, and that's how it kind of snowballed for me. And then, like, again, I kept getting referrals. Hey, I heard you do this machine. You did a good job here. Would you mind doing it at my place or my facility? Cool. If it fits the criteria, amazing. Now I have multiple machines in place, earning multiple streams of revenue, and that's how it started. Now, how do you pay it off? Cool. Once you get those things in place, now you want to say, okay, cool. If I have multiple machines in place, what's the timeline? Give yourself a timeline on when you want to pay off the machine. You want to do 6 months, 12 months, 18 months. Now, for me, it took about 8 months. It took about 6 to 8 months for the machine to pay for itself. But once it started, because it was kind of slow and the facility was brand new, and then they were picking up business. Once business picked up for them, it picked up for me. So again, I paid off one machine, then I had 2 machines in place. So 2 machines paid off another one machine, and then I had added another one. So revenues from those 3 paid off the second one, and then kind of snowballed from there. But again, I have multiple machines and multiple locations, multiple high traffic locations, and it kind of hit during COVID. COVID didn't really affect me because I was in a facility that, even though COVID happened, it had way more traffic. So pick out a place where it doesn't matter if something happens to the economy, things will still be open because the facility closed. You're not making money. And again, I was referred to my first one, asked, that I want to put it into place. So I was kind of fortunate from that. Okay, so what would you do if you want to go into a new facility and hey, I have a machine. What do I do? First off, don't buy the machine first. Don't do that. That's working backwards. You want to find a location that's committed to having your machine there. And what I would do, which I've done before, I would scope out certain industries. I'll say, all right, cool. I see a lot of traffic here in your business. All right, I write it down. I see a lot of traffic here on your on weekends. I see a lot of traffic. I see a lot of traffic during the week. Excellent. All right. Now you want to scope out the business. Scope out who's the manager there or who makes decisions there. Get as much information on them as you can. And with that, I didn't call. I kind of walked up, introduced myself, had the professional shirt, had if you have a business card, which is great, makes you look professional. Even though I'm a one-man band when it comes to my machines, I had a company logo on the shirt, so I looked professional walking in. So I knew the person's name. I knew the person's name that were making decisions there. I read up on them, so I had a good report. I had a good report with them prior to me even coming in. So I did the research on them. So, prime example, I walk in, such and says, "Hey, I'm here to meet such and such, whoever the decision maker is." Don't say I want to meet whoever making decisions, because you already walking in cold. I knew the person's name. I knew the person's title. I knew how long they were there. I knew everything. I knew how many employees they had. It was all online. So, like I said, did my research. Walked in and said, "Hey," I introduced myself. My name is Curtis. This is a service I provide. I noticed that you guys don't have a machine in your back. In your back break room. I provide that service. I provide that service free of charge to you guys. You guys don't have to pay anything. I supply everything. I supply the products. I supply the machines. I supply the customer service. Here's my card. Would you be willing to allow me to put a machine in place for you guys to help you out? Because, if the longer the employee stays at work, the more productive they will be. They don't have to leave out to go get something to eat because they're there. So if you structure your script into that form, like, hey, I'm here to help you out. You're not helping me out. I'm here to help you out. So form your speech as if you're helping them out, because you are. You're providing a service, and here's why my service would be helpful for you. A happy employee is a more productive employee. If I keep your employees in place longer, that helps you out even more. That helps out your business even more. So again, work on that and do your research. Don't come in cold. Know exactly who you're speaking to before you speak to them. Get some information on them, and say, hey, and word it as such as, hey, I have a product. My product is here to help you, and maybe if me helping you, you can help me. But word it out. Prices on it, and then again, good customer service. Man, I'm telling you, customer service is high on my list, because you can have an overpriced product and crappy customer. No, I'm sorry. Excuse me. You have a low price product and crappy customer service. People are not gonna want to deal with you. You're not gonna deal with references. They're gonna badmouth you. So my thing is, have the best product out there, cheaper than the competition, and have the best customer service. Any issues arise, I try to correct it. Now, you're not going to be able to fix all problems all the time when people want them, because it's life. But do the best of your ability to fix that problem as quickly as you can, and let people know, hey, thanks for telling me. Sorry for the inconvenience. This is when I'm gonna rectify it. Hopefully that's up to your satisfaction. Again, that works about 98% of the time. A lot of times, sometimes there's some irate customers, you just got to take it. No reason to argue back with them. Anybody have a bad day, bad situation, but whatever. Stay on top of it, stay consistent, and things will start rolling. That's with any business. So my game plan is, I can use my game plan formula and map into any business, which I have. Who, what, when, where, why. Answer those 5 things. For me, for any business ventures I get into, and I do the same thing. I map things out. I have a blueprint, I have a game plan, and then what is it going to cost for my time? So all these questions I ask, no matter what business it is I'm dealing with, all these questions I'm marking off. What is it going to cost me? What's the price point? How can I get it as cheap as I can? Who's my competitor? How are they doing it? What are they pricing it at? Can I price it cheaper than them and still make a profit, a healthy profit? I can? Cool. Bet. All right, now I can price it cheaper than them, which means I can move value. And once I can move volume, and I had the customer service and expertise behind it, no matter how small I am or how big they are, I'm going to be competitive. I'm going to be competitive. So that's how I got started. And like I said, that was 5, 6 years ago. The machines are doing very, very well, very, very well. Again, I if you follow those rules with any business, it'll work. It work consistently. But that's how I started my vending machine business. It's doing very well. Like I said, it's doing very well. COVID didn't affect it at all. Actually, it kind of got bigger during COVID. Um, so yeah, that's how it started. Any questions? No. Hit me down in the comment view. Let me know. I'll chop it up. Answer anything y'all want me to ask. I'll answer to the best of my ability. I'm here for you guys. Be consistent. Stay working hard. Man, don't fall off. It'll happen. Peace.